Ah, sure.
Okay, please say your full name.
Elizabeth Ostrovsky.
And what do you know about this project as you read off the internet?
Well,
what you read in the dialogue?
Yes, it's, well, based on the internet description that it's a love story between American and Russian woman. And she has a son, and
they meet.
They meet, love is blossoming, and then something happens.
That's right.
But what exactly happened wasn't part of the, I didn't get it from the internet. So.
It's a dramatic ending.
I kind of figured it out.
You wind up alone, type thing, but nothing happens, nothing bad happens to you or nothing like that. So.
Okay.
So you felt all these feelings. You understand them. You can portray sadness and happiness.
Sure.
Different days. You're going to meet somebody. Meryl Streep. That's nice. You like Meryl Streep to portray you in a film? About your life. Who would you want to portray you in a film? If they were going to play your life in a film, you want Meryl Streep to represent you?
It can be Meryl Streep, or it can be Isabella Rossellini.
Oh, yes.
I would have to think maybe more and to come up with something else, but these two. Isabella Rossellini, she's international, so from that point, she will be closer match. Meryl Streep, just very talented. So.
Keep your head straight, please, okay?
Yeah.
We're going to film the last week in June. We'll need you for 3 days.
Sure.
Probably a Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. That's okay?
Yeah.
For now, for the moment. And you'll be able to come back next Saturday or one of the 3 Saturdays?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. We'll call you, let you know. Maybe we can do a little bit of dialogue. You read some of this.
Yes.
So the first page is when Mike first meets you. The premise is you met on the Russian radio show. You listen to the Russian radio, 9:30 a.m.? Yeah, that's how you met. Maybe on Wednesdays you used to be able to call in. So you talk to him on the phone. Now it's Valentine's Day.
Right.
And he arrives. He brings you flowers. Candy's at the door. And
so it's the first time they meet.
Yeah, it says it is. It's the first time they met.
Right.
She it's a little bit nervous because he's nervous and she's nervous because it's difficult to understand why a woman would invite a man never met for dinner. So, but the story tells you why she can't go out because she has a son. And he didn't know that. They didn't discuss that. But actually, during the dialogue, you see he's about, we're going to cast between 40 and 50. And early in the dialogue, one of his friends said, Mike, your wife left you 10 years ago. It's time for you to go find somebody. On the other end, you've come to America 5 years, his wife left 10 years ago, but you arrived in America 5 years ago with your son alone. Okay? So we'll just say just a couple of these lines. So he's coming in for the first time. You're a little bit nervous, and he's very nervous.
Okay.
But when you see each other, it's nice. When you see somebody, you like them. You feel it, okay? So I'm at the door. Mike's at the door.
Hello, Mike. Please come in.
Right, then you close the door. It's very important in this thing. Doors closed. I brought these flowers for you.
How beautiful. Thank you. Let me put this in the vase. Please sit down. Can I get you something to drink?
Yes, that would be fine. So by the magic of TV, you're back with the flowers, and you're looking at them in the vase.
Those are so beautiful. Let me get drinks.
Okay, you go away. And so now you're sitting down by the magic TV, and we're at the couch, and the table will be here. And I say, may I smoke?
Yes.
And of course, you can say whatever you want, during the dialogue, whatever will be natural for you in your translations. I try to translate to Russian as best I know Russian to English.
Do you want me to speak at any point in Russian?
Later on.
Okay.
I have the dialogue here.
Okay.
I can tell you what to say. You're going to be screaming it out.
All right.
Thank you. Tatiana, may I ask you something?
Of course.
Sure. I noticed you have a table setting for 3.
Oh, I have some.
Oh, how wonderful. You have a son?
Yes, his name is Andre. Is it okay?
Yes, where is he? He comes in. Hello, Mom, you know. So that's good. The Russian lines is going to be anything you want to say to the effect, I don't want to give away too much of the story, but I like you, so I'm going to tell you now. How they have to split is by the unbelievable surprise. This is later in the summer. They celebrate. Mike has to go on a business holiday, 4 days. So they celebrate the birthday early, Andre's birthday early, and he leaves early in the afternoon to go home and pack and get ready to leave. And then you're inside after the birthday party, and then all of a sudden we're going to come back to the door, and all of a sudden it's going to fade from black to there's going to be a man there. It's going to be him, and you're going to see him knocking, and you're going to open the door. To your surprise, it's your husband from Russia. It's come back. And so what you're going to scream, what are you doing here, in Russian, because we'll have English subtitles. So the premise is you're going to be screaming, what are you doing here? And you're going to back up just real slowly to give time for the subtitles. You left us for that whore 8 years ago. You left us for that whore 8 years ago. And then you go back and you're going to say, why now? Because now you found Mike. It's been time and you're in love. And he's good with the child. So good, he's taking Andre to the museum alone, and they're talking. They come back, they talk about it, and or maybe next time we'll take your mom. That type of dialogue to show time has spanned. So you want to say something like that? What are you doing here after all this time? In Russian, you're screaming. You're upset.
Sure.
You left us for that whore 8 years ago.
Okay.
Why now? So if you want to say that in Russian, that'd be great.
Right now?
Yeah, with a beat in between it. You say the one line.
Do you want me to say it as a screaming?
As upset you think you would be that you saw your husband that left you. And you can't, because I'll have Russian people listen to this too. I mean,
right.
You say what you want. You're just upset because Mike has just left, and all of a sudden, like an hour or two later, this guy shows up, and there's a real poignant scene, real important scene, right at the birthday. It's the first time they've been together, but Andre comes up and he hugs Mike, and he tells Mike that he loves him. And then we're going to shoot over Mike's shoulder, and then we're going to take to your face, and you're going to have a face. Do you have children?
No.
Okay, but it's the face the mother's going to have to show. Your face is going to drop, in the effect that you feel like you're being displaced, like because Andre hugs Mike, tells him he loves him, and then he just hugs his mom and runs to his room, and we're going to cut to you, and it's a feeling like you might be being displaced as the key person in his life. You spent 5 years raising him alone. So
it's a little bit jealousy going on of seeing.
A tiny little bit. So that just happened, and now this guy, and Mike left, now this guy arrived, so if you can say those 3 lines again.
And she didn't see him for a long time.
The husband left for another woman 8 years ago.
Okay, so, and she doesn't have a clue where he was, so
No.
it's completely out of the blue.
Exactly.
Okay.
And when just, they're in love, and he's so good for the son. What's this guy doing coming back and ruining my life?
Right.
So, what are you doing here after all this time? You left us for that war 8 years ago.
Okay.
Take your time. There's plenty of time. Do you feel like you want to stand, or sitting is okay?
Yeah.
Can we back up so she can stand? If you like, I can. We can move the chair back all the way to the corner, and just watch that microphone right in front of you.
Okay.
Can you step forward?
I'm opening the door, right.
Okay, so you open the door. The door's going to stay open magically, and he's going to be standing in the doorway. He's not going to move. He's not going to talk. He's be staring at you.
Okay.
Try to look at me right off camera, okay?
Что ты здесь делаешь? После всех этих лет, что ты здесь делаешь? Ты ушел от нас, Бог знает сколько времени назад. Что ты здесь делаешь?
Хорошо. Very good. Don't get so upset. Sorry. But that was very good.
I don't know what Bubba's doing down there.
We will let you know when we're ready, okay? That's very good. Thank you. You can move the chair back. That's actually very good. I like that. You really felt that. So it's a love story, and that's where it starts going wrong. And so you're going to play love, and then I like you as a part of love. So later on, what's going to happen is that Mike comes back from his business trip,
Right.
and then you're going to have to explain to him. You're going to have to go cold Russian.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see you anymore. You know, you can. I can't see you anymore. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ask me any questions. I don't want to talk about it. Like things like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the, so you're, even though in your heart it's breaking you,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't mean to sound bad, but Russian women have that great ability to be really cold, really quick. I've
Mm-hmm.
seen it. So that's what you're going to play from there, and then Mike's going to plead. There'll be a little pleading, and then then the story's going to turn to him, and then we won't see you again until you end it. You actually end the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beautiful little ending of what you do, but that's much later, you know. Okay, that's good. Anything else you want to say? Let's see your comments. Did you write any comments about what you see so far? You want to take a plane ticket to Wonderland? You mean Disneyland?
No, Wonderland, some, magical, inspiring place
Okay.
to inspire creativity.
And people describe you as bright.
Yeah,
Bright as in because you light up a room bright, or bright because you're smart?
in both meanings.
Okay, very good. All right, Elizabeth, that's great. Please just say your name again.
My name is Elizabeth Ostrovsky.
Okay, thank you very much.
Oh, my
Thank you.
pleasure.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, please just say your full name.
Bob Sink.